What's up guys, ChasingLamely here with episode number 25 of Tipping the Hatters. In today's episode we've got a whole bunch of stuff to go through. We're going to go through the transfer window. We had a lot of stuff happen in the transfer window. We're going to go through the youth intake, I believe. We're going to go through what games you've missed, and we're going to play an exciting game against Crawley to decide who finishes top of the table. Wow, my brain failed then. We've just played Crawley. We're now going to be playing Dagenham and Redbridge. I remember these things. It's okay, it's going to be fully pro, guys. I'm going to see you very soon. Let's watch Peter's intro. Okay guys, so we're back, and you'll notice first thing, my face is now in the game. There's a thing for you. So let's look at what we're talking about today. Let's go through the games we've missed so far. So as I said, we last played Crawley. That was the 3-2 win. Hope we last played Crawley. I'm sure we last played Crawley. Definitely last played Crawley. Okay, so we last played Crawley. That was the 3-2 win there with Clayton, Phillips, Oswald and Williams scoring. We then played Wrexham, and it was a 4-2 win. Masonda, Oswald getting a brace, and Harry Williams getting on the score sheet. Slightly worried about our defending, and you can see why. We then lost 4-0 away at Ebbsfleet, followed by a 1-0 loss away to knock us out the FA Trophy at Telford. So form has become a little bit patchy. Ironically, since I switched machines, since we switched to the rig. Saturday night we had a 3-0 win. I thought we were going to start turning stuff around. Turner, Oswald and Masonda getting on the score sheet again. Followed by a 2-2 draw at home to Maidenhead. Oswald with a pen, then getting his second. But then we collapsed 3-1 against Aldershot. Tom Dyson getting himself a goal. Reece Turner getting hurt. It's dodgy. It's dodgy, this one. I think we're going to bottle this. Might be a bottle job on the cards. Then we had just the most ridiculous game. 4-3 against Torquay. It was the last game we played. Obviously, Turner got 2, Stevenson got 1, Oswald got 1. This was a hell of a match. Obviously, we went ahead. Cunningham got the equaliser. Ungesan scored almost immediately. Stevenson to reply. Klakowski put them forward 3-2. Oswald equalised. Reece Turner with the winner really late on. Just ridiculous. Okay, but I promised you a youth intake at the start, and I realised we haven't had it yet because that's next week. There'll be a youth intake special in the next episode, guys. We'll go through the youth intake, see what we've got. There we go. That's me paying attention. We have just finished the transfer window. As usual, huge amounts of comings and goings, but the important thing is who has come in. We sold Prince Umvumbi to Luton. Frankly, he wasn't getting in our team, so I decided to let him go because he wanted to leave anyway. Coming in, we've got Bradley Empson. Looks like he might be a decent prospect. Has been around a little bit. He played for Wealdstone, started off at Watford. Looks like a decent player. Got himself a decent average rating last year in the National South. I'm hoping he can develop into something useful for us. Jordan Holt came in, a midfielder. Again, bags of potential. Comes to us from Workington. I think he was on loan there before, or from Carlisle. Again, I like the look of the kid. Can play both of our usual central midfield roles, so might have something to offer. We might start seeing him slowly. Paul Woolston came in. He is in theory our best goalkeeper. I say in theory. He won't start today, but he started off at Newcastle. He's been on loan at Blythe. He's been on loan at South Shields. I've just got a feeling about him. I've just got a feeling he's going to develop really nicely. Kyle Jameson came in as a centre-half. He was scouted better than he came out to be in the coach report. He might get a few games. I think this might have been a mistake. He's played for Chelsea, played for West Brom. So we'll soon see if he looks any good. And the big one we've made this summer, or this window, we brought in Simeon Jackson, the Canadian international. This guy has played everywhere. He looks really good in terms of this level. Maybe not quite got the pace or the finishing he used to have, but I think he can do a job for us. Not been the most prolific over the last sort of 6 or 7 seasons, but he's been playing Premier League football. He's been playing in Germany. He's been playing all over, really. So we're going to have to see how he works out. I'm basically looking at him as a backup player. I've told him he's a key player just to get him to sign, but truthfully, probably our backup option on the bench. And with that said, I guess it's time we play the game. There's nothing else to say about it. Our finances are looking okay. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Dagenham are the favourites. They're currently top of the table. They're 2 points ahead of us. Crawley are on equal points, but their goal difference is 20 less than ours. So as long as we equal their result, we should stay second. But I'd like us to win and go top today. That would be nice. Obviously, if they win, they might go top, and we'd like to not see that. Let me just check my team selection. I've got Harry Williams on the bench still. I think he's going to let go soon, but he scored a couple of goals, so I'm not quite ready to replace him with Simeon Jackson just yet. Eventually we will, I think. But we've got options. We've still got Ronaldo Pearson in the squad. We've got Chubik out on loan. A lot of options going forward, but we need to push for promotion now. So the starting lineup, as per usual, is Richardson, Yates, Graham. Michelle Parker's playing today. In place of Masonda. Masonda's been on really bad form. He scored a couple of goals lately, but a lot of the mistakes that led to us losing or conceding goals have been him. So I've dropped him for now. We're going to give Michelle Parker a run in the team, see how he does. Dubry obviously at left back. Burgess, Dyson, Desprez, and Stevenson in the midfield. Oswald and Turner up top as always, with Ball, Stock, Clayton Phillips, Williams, and Rosler on the bench. I'm going to try and use Rosler a bit more, I think, as we get into the business end of the season, because he's really got the potential to develop. I think at one stage, I don't know where it's gone, at one stage this was saying he had the potential to be a League One player. Let me find some with these. It doesn't say now. It did say he had potential to be a good League One player, possibly more. So we'll see. Anyway, let's submit that team. Michelle Parker not fully match fit, but we'll see what happens. What is there to lose, right? We'll hope. We'll live in hope. That's what we do. Anyway, so the lineups. We've obviously gone through ours. The lineups for Dagenham and Redbridge: Trott in goal, Nunn, Robson, Pennell and Edwards, Robinson, Adams, Morley, Howells, Whiteley and Longchar. I recognise Aaron Morley for some reason. Why do I recognise him? He's just been around. He's just been around a little while. Anyway, yeah, let's get into the game. Pick up where we left off. The players don't even give a shit. Couldn't care less is the answer. We're playing in yellow today, boys. Look at the new graphics we've got. This is the power of having a rig. Everything looks nice and pretty right now. As Dagenham seems to have had the advantage right from the get-go. It's fine. I feel like we can see this one through. We can have ourselves a really good game out of this. Really enjoying the new rig, guys. Playing with it's been a dream, bar the poor results. And I mean, frankly, everything moves faster now, and I can record things and edit them the same day I do them. So you might get more episodes out of me. If you haven't already checked out, by the way, I've literally just released the channel plans video for FM19 for going forward. There was an FM features announcement reaction video as well you might want to check out. And obviously the last episode was the last episode of our old laptop. So everything is good. Stevenson now on the attack down the left wing. What have we got for us here? Oh, he's beaten Morley. I don't know how. That was a bit of a kerfuffle. But now they're on the counter, and this could be bad. I always hate when you get a long attack then counter. Nothing good ever comes of it. Graham, what's he got? Finds Burgess out wide. Burgess needs to find Yates. Something's got to come from this. Burgess has found a run through. Can he cross this in? He can. Turner on the end of it. Reece Turner, he's not going to miss from there. Reece Turner does not miss from inside the 6-yard box. He was a monster. We are currently top, boys, because we're currently beating the leaders. This could be a big episode, boys. This could be where we assert some dominance in this league. We could have won the league right here. Of course, now I've said that, we are going to concede at least 6 goals. Such as our habit. I don't know how we've been keeping up with our bad form. Everyone else's form must have just dropped after the early charge. Edwards with a high ball forward to Lonchar, Howells, Adams. What have we got? Someone's got to do something here. Defend. Come on, any defence. Well, I say any defence. Frankly, if you're going to shoot like that, no defence is needed. Yeah, everything looking good. And as things go, still 1-0. Corner to them though. Edwards, what's he got? Cross in. Oh, come on, that was poor. You've got to clear that. You have to clear that. That's just unnecessary. We've dropped back down to 3rd, which means Crawley are currently winning. That's a worry, because this means Crawley are currently top. Got to see more, boys. Got to see more from these lads. Parker to Dyson. Straight kick-off highlight. Surely this isn't going anywhere, but Graham with the ball over the top. Oswald, what's he got? Can he get into Turner? He has. Turner. Reece Turner with his 2nd of the game. Immediate reply. That's what we were looking for. That was what we were going for, boys. We need an immediate reply, and we've got it. The boys have answered. That's the way. That's the way forward with this. Long ball over the top from Graham. Straight into Oswald. Beautiful picking up that pass. Oswald with the assist to Turner, and Turner just tucks it away. And hopefully we're in business. The defence are looking frustrated, understandably so for them. But you just can't match that. Oh, and Reece Turner's taking a knock. He's twisted his knee. Oh, do I risk him a bit longer? I don't know if I should, but we'll find out. He's on a hat-trick. We can't really do that. Dyson to Oswald. Oswald back to Dyson. Dyson makes it 3-1. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, boys. That was a really well-worked corner. Dyson here picks it up. Finds Oswald, who just gives him enough time to find a space. Dyson just smacks it in from the outside of the box. That's the way forward, boys. That is the way forward. Half-time is upon us, more or less. And Turner's hurt. But I feel like I'm going to keep him out and see if he can get himself a 3rd. Because it'd be nice if a twisted knee usually is like a 2-3 week layoff. At least he can kind of keep a smile on his face knowing he went out with a bang if he gets himself a hat-trick. But now Morley's got the ball for Dagenham. Graham's headed it clear, but only as far as Morley again. Morley with the ball to Adams. What's Adams got? Shot from range. Very close, but the keeper, I think, probably would have got there. Turner's still recovering and looking motivated, which is good. I said I just wanted to get that 3rd goal, and we'll take him off quite happily. Here we go. Dupre with a free kick. Plays it short to Dyson on the outside of the box. Dyson back to Dupre. Dupre back to Dyson. Dyson, what's he got here? Finds Stevenson. Stevenson's got to produce something now. Come on. Oh, he's taken a pop. I thought he was going to cross that, but he's taken a pop from that angle. It says in bizarre fashion on the old commentary. But frankly, I don't know. Was this a cross? Was it a shot? Answers on a postcard, I guess, guys, because 2 men on him. I think that might have been a cross that just happened to sneak its way in. That's alright, we'll take that. 4-1, boys. 4-1 should cement us nicely at the top of the table for now. And really want Reece Turner to get himself a 3rd goal, though. That would be really nice. Just a 3rd goal for Reece Turner. I don't ask a lot, I don't think. They're on the attack. Dubry's, though. He's breaking it down. Parker. Ball across to Turner. Could this be Turner's moment? He should be clean through. Oh, what on with the keeper? He should have had that. It's okay, boys. We've got ourselves a corner. Dupre's going to whip it in. hopefully. No, he's played it short to Dyson again. These two really trust each other a lot. Oh, that was poor though. Shouldn't have trusted him because now Nunn's got it back and that's come to nothing. I don't know how much longer I give it before I take Reece Turner off. Dupre with another corner. Whips it in this time. Sends up with Burgess. Burgess to Oswell. Oh, Jason Oswell. Should have got himself on the score sheet then, really. It's a big one. It's a big one, boys. I don't know, do we take him off now? I don't want to take him off. But I don't want him to get hurt anymore. Oh, let's take off Burgess. That's a definite thing, because he's too tired. We will send on Rosler. 5 more minutes and we're going to think. Let's see what happens with Turner. Nothing else, he's deserved a good standing ovation to be sending off with. It looks like Burgess is going to win another match, funnily enough, with 1 assist, which is interesting for us. But we'll cross that bridge as we come for it. And Turner hasn't seemed to get himself a goal. Let's bring him off. We'll give Williams a couple of minutes. It's okay, Turner's done well. We're going to get the usual media message after the game. Oh, he was on a hat-trick. Why did you take him off? Because that's what we do when a guy's hurt. Whiteley with a free kick's going nowhere. And this really should be the end of the game. We're going to take the goal kick, we're not going to take the goal kick. Always annoys me because you think when the keeper just walks away from the ball when the whistle goes, like at least kick it back to the ref, guys. Come on, that's a bit of sportsmanship. 4-1 win though, boys. 4-1 win, top of the table. Everyone looks happy with the team talk, that's good. Looking good. We're top of the table. We have a youth intake coming up, which is beautiful. And we will, of course, we'll do a youth intake episode. Oh, Simon Chubik's picked up an injury. He's out injured now. He's been playing really well on loan as well. 10 goals so far from 27 appearances. I hope that's not going to harm his development at all. Reece Turner sends us top. That's what we need to know. Reece Turner, 5 to 7 days. That's not too bad. Otherwise, not a lot happening really. Chewy got himself a goal in the game. Excuse me, where he got hurt. That's good. Dyson top of the pops. Beautiful. Let's do that one. Okay, boys, I think let's go do it for this episode. We will come back with the youth intake episode, which should be somewhere between the Chelmsford and Woking games. The next game that we do will be the Tranmere game on TV. Is basically your answer. We'll do the Tranmere game next. Hopefully, we'll still be top of the table by then. There's some decent fixtures coming up though. Barrow are in 7th, York are up in 10th. We've struggled against them last season. Filed up in 6th, and obviously Tranmere currently in 11th. But as far as I can remember, they're actually on decent form. Decent form. We're a decent form. Okay, boys. So I will see you for the next episode, which will be the youth intake special. Until then, guys, remember, new episodes Mondays and Fridays at 6. So tipping that as at least until the 19 beta comes out. Other than that, yeah, check out the links below. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. Check out the links below. For if you haven't already bought FM19, I have a link below to buy it from CD Keys. Comes with early access beta. You get it for a price of $29.99, I think, at the moment, which is about 8-9 quid off, which is a decent discount, like 20%-ish. So yeah, get yourself on the link below for the discount if you haven't already bought it. Check out the links to Peter's documentary. Check out the links to there's a Patreon thing and an Amazon thing there if you feel like throwing some stuff in. There is going to be some Patreon rewards coming up very soon. Leave me a message in the comments below if you would like to suggest any Patreon rewards, things like naming players or Maybe we'll do a fantasy team with all the Patreons in it or something. See how everything goes. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys. That's going to be the end of this episode, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.